one player sort of posturing outside, pretending to be defending the bomb site alone. But they're keeping it real cool on the Sangal side. They're not really going super aggressive with it. So, slow start to the round.
Does look like this will indicate a B finish. The smokes and the molly. Only question is, will Skrunk's molly actually burn Crimbo? Because usually it doesn't reach the player on top of the new boxes. So he might have some free shooting. Might actually go to the gun range right now.
Yeah, that's going to be huge, you're right. If that Molotov doesn't actually push him off the box, they're in a decent position. We'll see Crimbo still up here, not touched by it, but the Glocks most certainly will connect, and that's a good start. Sin will take a kill, but he's trapped back here. Or maybe not.
What?
Oh, what an amazing sequence of headshots, running out of bullets at the end, but he's brought them back into the round. Otherwise, Big, no chance for a retake if they just get knocked out here. Bomb is planted, and Tamsin and Searson up against QB and FaZe on the other side. Smoke is fading. No kit picked up right now. Don't know if there is one in play, but they're right next to the bomb already, so shouldn't be time that they're running out of. Nice headshot, the stolen USPs, and Sangal winning the pistol. That's a fantastic way to get started on your own map pick.
It was a great defense from Sin, but an even better in the post plant from QB and FaZe. Great entries as well. We saw that that position was not, in fact, Molotov'd out, but regardless of that, they were able to find the kill. Good entry from Soulfly. That actually makes things just... Man, there is a lot of utility. He decides to press on forward through his own smoke, and there are players in middle right now for Big.
Yeah. Sin had just taken it upon himself to try and run down there, and he actually did find a kill, so probably a little bit confusing for the T side, but all that's left now is the Deagle of Keto and a scout on Crimbo. Should not be a big problem for them to make it through here. It should be Sangal just kind of picking a bomb site. I don't know, one doesn't have to be better than another here. So just pick a bomb site, go for it as a group, and they should be able to power their way through. Keto showing up at the corner, smoke is up. He's doing some good damage. We'll get the kill onto Skrunk, but still, bomb is going to be planted here, and Crimbo, they shouldn't give him many options here. I mean, if they find him one at a time, sure, he can win it, but they should just be focusing on the bomb plant, and he's going to take that deagle and run. Why not? Makes sense.
Yeah. Drop the Deagle to Searson in the upcoming round. Use the Deagle yourself, or vice versa. And it's not too bad. At least it creates a win condition for Big in the upcoming one. But Sangal handled the pressure of Big in this one. There was some aggression coming out from the defense. I'm not sure how Sin necessarily got down at the bottom of middle, but Sangal were able to handle it all.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised to see him all the way down there. Looks like someone's up in the A apartments as well, sort of taking a fight. So had a couple of people aggressively there on the Big side trying to catch
from CT spawn. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen them do that. But you know, as a young team, they're definitely going to be reinventing their playbook. So I'm not ruling it out entirely, but they have a very simple approach when I've seen them on Inferno before. It's group up, move together, 5-man in different spots, and occasionally keep a lurk, like a 4-1, but most of the time I've seen 5-0s in terms of T positioning.
Interesting. Let's keep an eye on that, because I don't know, I imagine Big are going to be, especially because Big are such a good team with nades, that could be really dangerous, right? You're so closed in on Inferno. If you step into the wrong sort of lineup of HEs or a Molotov or something like that, that could be really painful. A couple of tags with the scout. It's not really red alert yet, but we're getting there. If one more tag comes in like that, suddenly they have 3 out of 5 players real low on health.
Actually, just looking at the players that are in that site, unfortunately for Big, it's not the scout, but there's a Deagle here. There's a 5-7. This might get hairy.
Grenade training down, close up, 5-7 in hand. They're running right up. That's a nice flashbang. Oh, that helps them out so much. Yeah, they might be a little bit low, but they're going to be able to clean it up. That's well done. At least one of those flashbangs absolutely helped them out. If a 5-7 is the first entry there, then that takes all the attention up on the box, and Tabson can probably line up a kill behind it, and it could be at least a 2-1-2 here, so good job.
Right, just perfect entry flash for Sangal. That was the kicker.
Yeah, and you know, this is they should be winning around like this, but we saw them give away some rounds that were maybe a little bit easier on Dust 2, so I'm still going to be a little bit happy on their behalf if they're able to pick up these rounds and not screw anything up. I think that's super important. It is their map pick after all. Wow, that is so much damage.
Yeah.
They're throwing
Whoa.
away.
Wait a second.
He's having himself a field day. Sin's
Oh my
joining
goodness.
in. And QB, he's probably dead either way just because of the radius of the bomb. So, yeah, he could stick on here. They're obviously not going to be able to win the round. Oh, a little bit of a lineup here. That AK gets stolen back. That's actually, from his point of view, probably the best that he could have done. The bomb.
Oh, wow.
It's gonna get him.
All 500 default for Sangal and Mose. They actually rarely contest for banana control right away. They do this, the late kind of pops. That's very characteristic of their play, and we see that it works out for Corey in this case. And Surson, he knows he needs to find a return, so he's hunting towards mid.
They're going to try and grenade him back. Super aggressive moves coming out here from the T side and putting some pressure on him. Tabson almost caught there. That's really awkward. Crimbo on a good return. Still a 3-on-3. Could have thrown a Molotov behind him just to make sure they can't hunt him down. But yeah, Sangal, they have a pretty good read on this right now. And they didn't even seem to be afraid of Citizen. They knew that he was at that corner and they were like, yeah, but we're going to Molotov you all the way back and flash you out of that position. You're going to have to find somewhere else to live.
Oh, Sin. In the pit. They know he's there. He already threw a nade, and he's not able to find anything. QB, well-placed headshot, and there's no way back into this round for Big. The banana fight went the way of Sangal. The late pop for Corey, and this is Sangal moving to A in the late round. I don't think they necessarily had a read about which was the heavier or the strong side for Big in this one, but regardless, we're able to get through.
Yeah, super well played. QB right now is 8-0. He hasn't died yet, so really impressive stuff to get this second map started with, and especially living through this first rifle round. That has to be such a luxury for them. So, yeah, things could not actually be better right now. Couple of saved rifles on the big side, and I guess that makes them a little bit dangerous in the upcoming round, but this is...
or not punished for sticking with the objective. And Surson finds a pick down middle early on. Actually pick that into alt mid.
You should, but just, you know, you've studied philosophy, so you have to point out you're arguing that we should be living in sort of a morally just universe.
An objective-based game. That's the world I want to live in for Counter-Strike.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to get that.
Objective-oriented gaming.
All right. Well, maybe. I still think it makes sense to me. Easier to count. Ooh, Crimbo gets taken down. That was nearly a lineup. Look at how damaged they all are on that T side. Searson's here. He's going to pick up one, but Corey's doing him with near real health. Oh, faking out the peak. That's absolutely great. Sin is here in the 5-7, nearly able to get the job done again. Scrunk and Fozy so low. One bullet there on Fozy, and he's out of it. Keto going to be flashing his way through. He almost catches it. It's so close.
Oh.
But he can't get the job done. Scrunk will take him down. That is a very, very close round, but Sangal, they are on fire right now. 5-0 in their favor.
There were a lot of players on Big that as soon as they died, they said in dead chat, I almost had him.
Yeah.
That was the sentiment in this one. A lot of kills that almost went their way, but not quite. And you can see the significance of just having better weaponry for Sangal there.
What if we just make bomb?
Look at it. I mean, what's...
If you say it's a measure of your dedication to the objective, then, you know, you're like, I might have died a lot, but it's in the service of defending the team.
Okay.
Here we go.
Wow, that's a quick play from Sangal up banana, and it works in their favor.
And it's what you said earlier, right? The 4-1 split here. There's 4 people on banana. I mean, maybe 2 of them were leading the front, but they had almost the entire team ready to take that fight.
Yeah, and it looks like Sangal, they're just kind of piecing it together now. They're waiting for a mistake from Big, as most top teams would regress in this kind of situation, whether towards apartments or even maybe a regress towards banana. But Sangal, I'm not sure if they're going to be presented that from Big this time. So eventually they will have to make a decision as to where they want to end up. And if they head B, it is a free site for the taking.
All right. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't cost them anything to wait, right? If they're correct that there is going to be someone retaking banana, then they probably get a free kill, right? And if they're not correct, then all they've done is waste 20 seconds, and now they can regroup, do the full execute. Only danger here would be if Big had stacked B instead of A, but they haven't, so it's all working out great. 6 in a row for Sangal. I'm really, really impressed. They're doing a fine job at the moment.
Yeah, just really solid banana takes from them early on in this one. So there's not too much to think about if you're big. It's just that we're losing banana, whether it's a kind of a mid or a slightly later take or an early take. And I'll bring up something that maybe people don't know about the history of big, is that this was their permaban for a while, actually. I think it was around 2020. They really didn't like Inferno at all. I'll pull up. Yeah, this is a map that they've kind of just had mixed success over varying periods with, and the only reason that they play it now is because they don't play Ancient. They're not a fan of that map. So this is kind of them being forced in a corner where they just kind of couldn't pick a map that they were better at, so with it. And I think this is something that's a bit stylistic for them, where they always want to be very thorough and concentrated with how they take map control. And sometimes on Inferno, it is simply better to round a corner with your gun out. And you can see even the way that they're going through their banana motions right now. Nade, utility, everything's very telegraphed. And Sangal, they just threw one flash and then they popped in and it works. And sometimes that's just how banana control is.
Really, really impressive.
Yeah.
Sangal must be thinking, this is pretty much what we wanted Dust to be like, and if we hadn't made the mistakes, maybe we could have played a game that was a little bit like this. Because on Dust, this is at the point in the game where they would have lost, you know, a random round to just a scout or something like that will get big back in the game. So it's kind of nice to see them just follow through, and this is really, they're flawless at this point in time. You got to give them a lot of credit here. Big with another tough decision to make.
Kept things pretty simple for themselves, Sangal, and it's working. But this time around, it's Surson and Tabson on the B site defense. This is where things might get interesting for Sangal. But oh wait, they're peeling off. They'll be heading right into Crimbo and Sin.
Sin has a Molotov down, so he could, there's the slowdown. They're going to be running through. This is a little bit of an issue. We're down to 17 seconds, so eventually they're going to have to speed this one up if they really want that bomb plant. Crimbo's down there as well. Good little peek on top of the bicycle, and they're not aware of the second player. Bomb is on the ground, and this is essentially an isolated 2-on-5 fight that they are just outright losing. They don't get a single kill. Obviously a 4-on-5 overall. Yeah. 6-1.
Even just more time would have made that much more effective for Sangal. So they're going back to the tried and tested. They're sending, looks like Soulflies, making his way to logs already.
Alright.
Only 2 damage.
Yeah, I thought that was going to do way more.
As did I.
FaZe finding our corner that didn't get touched by that. Soulfly flashed, but otherwise unharmed.
And Big just spent all their utility to not have banana.
True. They are still sticking around. Nade goes a little bit too deep. It does some damage. And look at this setup here. This can be hard to swing against. Yeah, you swing wide, and you're actually just swinging into Keto, who's up on the sandbags. So when no flashes are thrown around the corner, that's a really powerful setup for Big.
Yeah, that's a very strong double hold. Just having 2 players mowing down the same angle. But, oh, Tabson left, actually. Wait, FaZe can get the bomb now. That no-scope actually opens up the possibility for a chance. But it's still a very tough situation for Sangal, but that's the door opened.
What a shock it would be to Big if they ended up losing this 2-on-5. Sneaking in, FaZe's got the right idea, but he still can't win the fight. Tabson, he might be low on health, but that AK is just always one headshot away from a kill. Triple on Tabson right here. QB gonna get one, but Tabson, look. Is it gonna be... They have one flash, or are they just gonna try and pop their way out?
This seems to be a trend with Scrunk and the Sangal crew. The singular flash on these pistol rounds, just to make sure that it's a concerted effort together. An attempt to get in space, and it looks like that flash will be heading right towards Surson's dome.
Maybe they could run him down. We have seen CS in the past kind of stick around for a fight. Molotov, there we go. Deep flash in. He still flicks the takedown. Scrunk. That's not bad. AWP momentarily lost, and I almost wonder if... Oh, FaZe, he's going to find the kill. I was going to say it might even be worth trying to sort of throw it away just so that they can't pick it up, but if he's doing damage like that, maybe not. Tabson sneaking on in, and we'll find him eventually. FaZe giving the ult back, and QB now. 1 versus 3. with the deagle. He's got the right idea, but not quite able to find the headshot that he needed. So, ult will be recovered, and Big will find another round. They're really starting to step it up. And even at the bomb plant, though, Sangal can at least still buy in this next round. So, that's something to think about.
This last shot from Sursen here, I don't know if there's even a way to show how...
Shot to hit by any means. Kind of thing that makes a difference, though. Once you know you're dead, like, you just take one of them with you at least.
Oh, wow. Tabson just down to 6 already.
Yeah.
Doesn't even see anybody.
Was that a double nade at the corner, or was it someone else?
I have to think so.
Ouch. Yeah, so he's going to be forced to play more of a back position in this round. Still got that 3-man setup early on. Seen a couple of teams more recently in the meta that actually try to punish this kind of setup for the CT side and go really aggressive at top mid, you know, because you know, or you don't know for sure, but you can guess that there's going to be sometimes even just one person at A to start with. So I've seen it recently. I think I saw a couple of teams do it during the RMR. You could see now that the clock has run down to about a minute. 3 people back at the A bomb site. More of a standard type setup.
Oh, but the control that Sursen has at the car right now, he knows that Banana is vacated by Sangal, so this play is being completely read by Big.
You know, swing pretty well timed. Will get traded though. 38 seconds. Bit of a Molotov to slow them down even further. They've left CSN over on Banana, so they're pretty comfortable with this 3-man setup out here. And like we mentioned earlier, you said this Sangal sometimes don't look that comfortable when there's very little time on the clock. This could be happening again. One in the pit, one in the bomb site, and all the way down to the library. Low on health is Tabs, and Sin's going to be going down after just the 1 kill, and yeah, easy find. This is absolutely perfect. And look at the flash assists that come out from QB there. Really good flashes to set up some of those swings so that they're not just fighting them like in the previous round down in the pit without any kind of coverage of the grenades. Well done.
Yeah, that one singular flash, taking Crimbo off the angle, then he has to re-swing into it, and Sangal find the entries into the site. This was well done. Not too much utility left over for Sangal, but they knew exactly how they wanted to use it. That is frustrating for Gabi, as you can see, and I actually think that Big, despite not moving Sin around, I'm pretty sure they moved Crimbo around. Used to be playing B with Tabson, and now they're making him the A rifler, or at least in that round they did. And Keto has swapped spots. And oh no. Yeah, that's that. And Sangal, they're just bullying Banana at this point. They don't have to switch up the pace too much. They've gone fast just a couple times now. They take more damage than they would have wanted. And okay, they're going back for more nades. We've been seeing a lot of teams do this, especially on Inferno. T-spawn not too far away from a place you can set up in. I think Heroic is the team that I associate the most with doing this nowadays,
cool.
Where they're just juggling nades out of spawn to move them to the bottom of these steps. But a lot of teams do it.
Yeah, that's a lot of, you know, running right in with 2 people into the HE down the middle of Banana. That's definitely not a good way to get started. But 7-3 is a scoreline. I started to feel like Big, if they want a realistic shot at winning Inferno, they need to start to string a bunch of rounds together that we haven't really seen them do just yet. Another grenade, a little bit short of contacting Scrunk, otherwise would have been good. Nice find. FaZe trained in that corner, taking down Sis, and now that's maybe the trigger for them to go. It feels like they want to put some speed behind this. 2 people playing on the quad side. Sin, the spray is good, and Crimbo would have loved to have joined in on the back of that, but FaZe holding the angle, and now 2 versus 3, and they're on the bomb site with the bomb already.
It's a quick flank, though. Tabson's right here. FaZe, he's already holding the angle, and this might just be enough. Oh, it's the double, in fact. How many situations he can thrive in, even when he was forced against tier 1 opposition, probably before he was even ready for it. He still held his own, and today versus Big, he's doing a very commendable job.
Yeah, no doubt. Cool to see him still in action. Sorry, that's not far off. Scrunk, though, did get dropped a little bit low, but Big are out of money. So just going to be playing with the pistols here. What a weird first half this is. I mean, you pointed it out. You gave us a little bit of history lesson in terms of Big banning this map, and maybe that's something you're starting to get maybe a little bit of a sense of why they don't feel super comfortable on it, because they do look a little bit lost at the moment.
They're having a tough time. tabseN, bit of a cheeky play here. This was in vogue a little bit, I'd say 2019, 2018, everybody was doing this. But not working out this time. Just everybody suspects it now. But there are 4 people here. This is something Sangal does not expect.
Yeah, but do they really have the weapons to do anything about it? Leading with the MAC-10, I mean, Crimbo's going to get one there, but he's getting found. Sin, not enough stopping power on that D.
The banana fight for Big has just not worked out for them. They expend so much utility, and they very rarely, if ever, have actual control or knowledge of what's going on towards banana. And this is another instance of it. So many nades again. You see, well, I guess Crimbo's actually at A, but just so much utility and nothing to show for it.
Yeah, it's really tough, and playing Vertigo on the CT side without having banana control is just kind of makes it a little bit difficult. Too many positions for the C's to set up into. Almost a 4-1 type setup here for Big, although they're kind of rethinking a little bit, shuffling tabseN. I think they Keto around on the backside. Going to be going back. CSGO moving up in front of the Molotov. That is a dangerous move. I don't know where the bullet went. I feel like that's a kill, but somehow it isn't.
It definitely looked like it. But now Crimbo, he's going to attempt to swing. Works out for him. Oh, 2 kills, in fact. Wow, a 3rd beneath the porch. And this is exactly what Big needed. Just an individual heroic effort. And this is just, it's a lockdown at the banana. There is a player at sandbags right now, but completely blind. That is a tough fight. And tabseN getting the better of him will maintain this top banana position. But Keto's still stuck here. And, oh, what? No way, Scrunk doubles up on it.
Yeah, coming in, swinging with the Galil. Going to be making his escape. That's a lot of damage to the Molotov, but he will live. He knew someone was in there. They had that information, and he really wanted to commit to it. Not at all bad. That is a huge fight to be won. 3 versus 4 now, with Crimbo alone at the top of banana. One good flashbang against him. It might be coming. You've got to be really careful here. They might not be suspecting it. There's a good spray down, and he nearly could have had the triple. Molotov was landing behind him, but at least there is an entry into the bomb site. You can see FaZe is so sure that he's going to put up the smoke and plant way out in the open. Okay.
That felt bold. But he gets away with it. There's a fast flank, though, from QB. This might be everything.
There is, and he also has a Molotov, so if they try to get on that bomb, especially without a defuse kit, which they don't have right now, that is that's an awful way to lose a round. QB going to be swinging up right behind and not even waiting for the double kill, just going to go straight for it. It makes sense. He wanted to close out the round, and Sin, yeah, absolutely no way out. QB, beautiful double, great round from Sangal once again, 10-4 in their favor.
Scrunk somehow recognizing that there was weakness at the top of banana here, taking down Keto and following it up with a frag on a tabseN. That felt uncalled for Big. It felt like Keto could have gotten out at some point, but they just never truly aware of what was going on going into what should be the harder side. But maybe they want to start the offense here. They're pushing on down, and a 1-for-1.
Okay, Crimbo's feeling some type of way about this. CSGO, that is some really unfortunate timing. You could see QB had the idea, but he sort of spun around last second and ended up getting his crosshair just away from that angle. Scrunk and FaZe now 2 versus 4, and a very, very aggressive round coming out from Big, looking, wow, okay. Playing battleships.
Yeah. Sin seems to be one of the few players on Big that's really spamming that, but this is a dead Scrunk.
Well done. Gonna straight up win this. CSGO dropping 30 kills. You come back and you find this. You might be a little bit surprised. I'm a little bit surprised. But Sangal have made this really competitive, so more power to them. If they can keep this up, we might get that 3rd map.
Sangal are looking like the much more polished team when it comes to INFERNO. But QB, oh, CSGO, nice shot to take him down. And now tabseN, he's going for a little bit of a duel with this player on the stairs. FaZe finds the return, but CSGO has already jumped behind FaZe, but into a crossfire at that.
That is unbelievably bold what CSGO just did, and he did pay the price for it. Now they're gonna have to try and go up against the dualies. Smoke is up. The dualies just kind of love that half the time. I mean, it's a great position, flashing the way through. A lot of bullets coming in, and Corey cleaning it up. Spins around. It's Soulfly to get the last one. But yeah.
It feels like you see one, maybe even two sets now in every single pistol round, with the exception of maybe a couple maps, but I think it's found value on nearly all of them now. It's mostly like a nuke thing at first. That's where people first were using it, on top of the hut.
Yeah.
And then we started seeing, I think NIP started using it the most. As soon as the price reduction came out, it was Rez that was really on top of him. He just seemed to have an affinity for him instantly, and now it's just commonplace.
Everyone's picked it up. That's
Smoke at present, so there's just no way in. Sin can't find a way to plant the bomb. Crimbo, 63 HP, 1 versus 3. This would be miraculous, but so unlikely. He's playing around the new box now, and as that smoke dissipates towards coffins, there are just so few angles he can work with. There's essentially there's 2 crossfires that he's going to have to deal with as he makes his way on forward. He has no idea if there's anybody banana either. Takes the risk on there not being somebody there, but now they are aware of his position, and he can make it to A.
Yeah, I think he started walking a little bit, but yeah, it does take about, I think, 18 seconds or something like that to run. So if with 20 left, yeah, maybe 22, it's going to be real close, but he can do it. That's pretty cool. All right, bomb is going to be planted. They are really far away. Awkward. He walked just a step, so they don't hear him. And Sangal now, let's see what they've got. They obviously have the 3-man advantage, but still, how panicked are they? Crimbo not hearing anyone from the middle. All going to be coming out the library. There's the first lineup. Strong kill to begin with. Setting up a flashbang, and he peeks right before it pops. QB flashed as all hell, but still able to get the kill. That's huge. He almost stole that one back.
Yes, that was a great attempt from Crimbo there. When he started pivoting, though, towards short, you just got to know, if you're choosing that spot, you are committing from them all coming down Moto. And he did. It was a good flash, but a blind shot from Sangal closes him out. That's QB just holding down Mouse 1, completely blind. And there was a chance. It was a good attempt, but either way, Sangal up 14-5. That was a clutch that was never supposed to.
Definitely some of the main engines of this Inferno map for Sangal.
Look at the nade damage there.
Yeah, ouch.
I don't think Big ever had a starter that strong when they were on the CT side.
No.
Just the general utility awareness and the procedures from Sangal in one gun round just look better than what Big were throwing out when they were on the CT side. You don't get to say that often, because Big usually have some of the best nades in the game.
Yeah, that's what's so surprising, isn't it? You're really expecting it. FaZe. That's a kind of a all-in right there. If he misses the shot, he's definitely dead. Crimbo will follow it up, but it's still a 1 versus 4 for him. That is turned into a 1-on-3. The bomb is right there for him to pick up, but now he's sandwiched in. They're going to be walking up right behind him. He's got to be real careful at the moment. Scope down to the bottom of Banana. He has the right idea. He tried to do the 1 versus 3 earlier, and it didn't quite work out. And I don't know how you were meant to peek this coming around the corner. Oh, he actually did look for it on the barrel, so he had the right idea. 15-5, though. Sangal 1 round away from giving us that 3rd map on Vertigo.
Oh,
boom.
Double nade into the pit. That was perfect. Great flash setup there. Yeah, Sangal this map has been so difficult for Big for such a long time now. Even, I mean, multiple years now that they generally just try to avoid it. And they got to take a hard look at themselves in the mirror and say, we are not a good Inferno team. We need to be better. So let's build.
Oh, Keto and Charge checking that. Not going to be using too much utility to do it either. See if there is a retake coming in from Sangal. No flashbang needed, and that's a little bit risky. 3 people, and they lose that fight. Nice find from Crimbo. That's I was expecting them to flash around the corner before they went for it there, just as a, you know, almost like a half of the course kind of thing. That's what people tend to do when they go out of the B bomb side, but not the case this time. QB 18-8. He's had himself a really nice map, but again, 1 versus 3 like this, not going to be possible.
Print on it. You'll see if he unscopes actually right in the dead center. There's Bounty Hunter from Dota. Just chilling out right there. Well, he's never going to show it to us, will he? There it is, right there. The yellow guy waving his paw with the red bandana.
God damn, all right. Hate people who play Bounty Hunter.
I know, it's such an annoying hero.
Yeah. It's just adds to a little stress. There's already enough stress in Dota. Don't need any more. Oh, here we go.
Okay.
The Pistoliers have shown up and they get wiped down.
Maybe it'll just be a standard defense that gets it done.
They do look really uncomfortable on the map. Corey, wow, this is super aggressive. He takes a long time to find that spray. He definitely could have lined that up. I think he might have thought someone was looking for him, but nobody was. So he had an extra second or two before he needed to fire that gun. And that's going to get him killed. Posey now, a little bit forward. No peek from Boiler just yet. He would have loved it. A couple of rotations. Look at this. Actually, everyone's left the B bomb side. They're putting it all on this defense. They want to see if they can actually stack the A bomb side and maybe win it like that.
Oh,
that's really unlikely. Wow.
Yeah, he spotted him as he was crossing the column, and that'll be an 8th round for Big. All they have to do is go B. They don't know that, but they're taking their time. They're making sure that there is no reaggress from Sangal that catches them off guard. And once you find out the ops there, this is at worst case scenario 4-on-1 towards B. It's just about the conversion for Big. I like how thorough they're being. This is the only way that you're going to make it back from down 15-7.
Yeah.
So this is the game that you have to play moving forward. And everybody on Big is going to believe until the bitter end.
Oh, no doubt. And you kind of know every other round, unless they save a lot of guns, that you're gonna be up against a little bit of an easier buy. So there's a good chance still. I mean, they could do it, but man, you only have to mess up one time, and it's game over on Inferno at least.
Yep.
Corey would love that peek back. That seemed like, I mean, that is a classic though, isn't it? You're like you actually almost get too much. You're like, oh wow, I have so many options here. I'm not going to complete any of these kills.
Right. And I think that first player that he was trying to shoot at was kind of just randomly pressing WASD keys. Just kind of hate when people do that. Just stand still. Like you're not doing anything. But people want to get their APM up, so they will just do that. Oh, yeah, Crimbo had time to take his gun out and react, and Corey's upset about that. He knows that was an opportunity. But either way, this was actually shaping up to be a pretty angle. FaZe tries to find the mid pick early on, and QB, who's had a phenomenal game thus far, is looking to make his presence known in the apartments. He'll be dueling against Crimbo. No, he actually finds Sin first.
That's interesting, but nicely done on Searson though. QB's going to follow it up. So they'll lose a couple of players here. He's able to pick up a rifle in the middle. I believe Corey's there with the AK-47. That's a good crouch out from Crimbo to take down QB. And he's so ready, you know. He knows it's coming. He could guess the next step. They need to bring the bomb back here at some point. 3 versus 3 though. And a lot of pressure on Big. One misstep here and that's the map gone.
We saw how thorough Big was in the previous round, and it felt needless, given that we all knew that there was nobody on the B site, but you know that they're going to be expending the same amount of effort here in a 3-on-3 situation. Crimbo, he has the entirety of Pit. He knows that there's likely no one even in A on top of that, but Tapson is just slowly making his way over, and Keto just holding on to this position. It is just how you want to see this round played. Oh no, is Tapson considering going B? This, oh no. Oh no, that is the one way you actually lose this.
Yeah, they don't know yet, but we do.
Yeah, this is a disaster waiting to happen.
Oh, they're clearly overthinking it a little bit, and now they can't run back either. They're simply out of time, so they're going to have to commit to it. This is going to be a huge shock. 14 seconds on the clock, and they're trying to wrap on this 3-man stack. They're going to find the first kill there on Corey. Still 2 USPs, and they clean it up. Oh, dear. They were able to do it. That could have gone horribly wrong.
I'm a little bit concerned about how that became the mid-round call. As Crimbo had so much intel about what was going on at A, he was even moving up all the way past the site. So the worst case scenario, it could have been one in bracket. Maybe one could have snuck into apartments, but...
Yeah, if they would have hit on the bomb site itself, on the back of B somewhere, it could have even been that they just win it like that. But either way, good job. Corey going down to start with here. Finally, some rifles back in the hands of Sangal. what was it, like 15-6 at one point? Now we're up to 15-9, 15-5, I think.
I think it was 15-5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, a little bit scary, maybe. Nice attempt there from Keto. He had the right crosshair placement, but couldn't actually finish the kill. 3 versus 4 now. And a deep nade. Going to put a little bit of damage into it, but FaZe's going to be taking down Sin in return. So right back into a 3-on-3.
This was a brute force attempt from Big to get in there. Keto goes for the solo swing, then does Sin. And now Big there's no reason to keep on sending it in. Crimbo is making his way up at present with Sursin. They will be met by FaZe as they attempt the long wrap. And tabseN, he's just staying posted towards B, but this is looking great for FaZe. This looks very promising, and he's able to take both. This is the map for Sangal. tabseN, no chance here whatsoever, and it will be Soulfly to take him down. Sangal close it out